we have the sun coming into Leo this week and Mercury also coming into Leo this week. So that's our creativity, our vitality, our self, what makes us shine, and the way we think and the way we communicate. And of course, that's my Leo ascendant. So, like, yes, I'm going to shine this week. And this brings us a real, like, Leo is the sign of confidence, of boldness, of optimism, of real creativity. Leo just loves to create. Leo in shadow, of course, loves to be at the center of attention. But really, it's all about, because of the, just wants to create this wonderful, kind of beautiful, sunny, joyous environment for himself and itself and for everybody. It's a bit like, I know Anna always says Mufasa in The Lion King, who has just pride of the whole Pride Land, and just wants the Pride Land to be this beautiful place where everyone can just bask in the sun, because Leo is the lion and just wants to bask in the sun, and everyone just enjoy the finer things in life.
We know that you were born magical. We know that you are intuitive, and we know that you are brimming with everyday enchantment. Here at the Sisters Enchanted, we believe in intention, we believe in intuition, and we believe in everyday magic. Welcome in to the Expedition to Soul podcast. Think about what life would look like if you had the foundation to do the shadow work, understand where you're holding yourself back, and the confidence to bring some everyday magic elements into your life, follow your intuition, and know exactly the steps forward for you. Well, that's what we teach you and more in our Holistic Witchery program. Be sure to get on the wait list for Holistic Witchery. It's the one class we think everybody should take here at the Sisters Enchanted. It has changed so many lives and is at the core of all of our fundamental beliefs about who we are and how we propel ourselves forward in a way that makes great change for ourselves and those around us. Check out holisticwitchery.com, get on the wait list, and we can't wait to welcome you into class just as soon as enrollment opens.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Expedition to Soul podcast. As always, I'm Anna, co-founder here at the Sisters Enchanted, and I'm joined by Sarah Milne, our team member and co-teacher extraordinaire here at the Sisters Enchanted. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Oh, good. How are you?
I am very, very good. This is a good week for me.
Good.
This is a good week in the stars, in the planets for me, for sure.
Doesn't that always feel nice when you're like, yes, the universe is in my corner this week?
Yes, the universe has my back this week, for sure.
Yes. So
and the reason,
I'll say this is for the week of July 18th. So in case you need to know if the universe has your back for this week, what is going on, Sarah?
Well, I'm going to bring my little friend out here. This is my little friend, Leo. Leo is a friendly little, it's made of beautiful sunstone. That's why it's called Leo. This is a huge piece of sunstone. And Leo sits on my desk, and he's a really good friend of mine. Do you know why? Because I have an ascendant in Leo. My Leo is my ascendant. So that's the sign in which how we interact with the world and how people see us in the world. And he has some real, like, his schiller with the little sort of flashy bits in the stone are flashing away, because we have the sun coming into Leo this week and Mercury also coming into Leo this week. So that's our creativity, our vitality, our self, what makes us shine, and the way we think and the way we communicate. And of course, that's my Leo ascendant. So, like, yes, I'm going to shine this week. And this brings us a real, like, Leo is the sign of confidence, of boldness, of optimism, of real creativity. Leo just loves to create. Leo in shadow, of course, loves to be at the center of attention. But really, it's all about, because of the, just wants to create this wonderful, kind of beautiful, sunny, joyous environment for himself and itself and for everybody. It's a bit like, I know Anna always says Mufasa in The Lion King, who has just pride of the whole Pride Land, and just wants the Pride Land to be this beautiful place where everyone can just bask in the sun, because Leo is the lion and just wants to bask in the sun, and everyone just enjoy the finer things in life. And it's like real summer now, isn't it? And it's warm and it's lovely, and the sun is at its strongest. And this is Leo is the sun sign. So this really is a wonderful week to spend that time in the sun. And it's interesting because we talked about Capricorn last week, and we left by saying that we were going to have fun with Capricorn. And this Leo just loves to have fun. Leo loves leisure. Leo is the child within us all. Embrace your inner child. You might start, let your inner child take your mind and take your heart and your spirit this week, because that's what this energy is all about. It's about getting creative and having fun and enjoying the leisure time if you're on holiday. It's a great time for this. So my 3 tips of the week. So Leo loves creativity, and this is why it's really good, because we talked last week about like thinking about taking a log and a bit of a sort of stock check of our intentions for the year. And what aside from the sort of running and the health intentions, my big intentions for the year were all about creativity, really. The writing and the creative things I do is This Is Enchanted, and also my own writing and my own art. And that's where I had to really take a bit of a turn, because the things I'd set up, my intentions I'd set up this week for art really changed, because I'm doing a lot of artistic workshops with some of the refugees from Ukraine in our town. So I had some fun last week thinking about how we could take those forward for the rest of the year as well. And so Leo loves creativity, and this is a really good week to have fun with creativity. So that's kind of cool. And Leo it's a good week to sort of say something in a fun and creative way, because Leo's in Mercury, but Mercury's in Leo, so I should say Mercury's in Leo this week as well. So like we are doing with our workshop, we're doing this really cool project at the minute where we're all making a fabric picture to put together in a big quilt. So like I said, the summer 2022, this is the group of people that just found ourselves together in Hastings who would never have dreamt we'd all be together, and this is our story. So we're each making a piece for the big quilt on our story and while we're here, out of fabric art, and sort of like a quilt with a little mini quilt within the big quilt kind of thing. So it's perfect for that. Like make your fabric picture this week, or make a t-shirt, like paint a t-shirt with something you want everyone to know, like communicate something in a fun way. Maybe make a tote bag of something that you want the world to see about you, or share your creations on social media. Get creative about how you think and about how you communicate as well. That's number 1. The number 2, creativity is not all about art and craft. So many people come to me and say, but I'm not creative. And I say, you are, because every single one of you is creative. If you're like a real super tech computer programmer, you might think, I'm not creative, I'm just a computer geek. Well, I don't know how to make computer programs. That's pretty creative, isn't it?
Yes.
So,
I would say so.
Exactly. So creativity is all about even putting your mind into a different space to burst. Maybe you've got some barriers. We talked last week when you were assessing your intentions, maybe you're thinking, there's some barriers I've identified here, but I'm not quite sure how to bust through them. Well, maybe think creatively about how you could bust through those barriers and do things in a different way. And the last one is that because Leo is in, I keep saying Leo is in Mercury, because Mercury is in Leo for these next few weeks, this is a really good time to have a conversation that maybe you just need a bit of boldness. Like Leo loves to be bold and confident. So if you have a difficult conversation, maybe one that you've been putting off, or just you want to go to your boss and ask for a rise, or you want to talk to somebody about something that maybe you feel you've been misjudged or looked over for some reason, or anything that, or just one of those conversations that we've just been putting off for a long time with family and friends. This is a really good time to do it, because Leo will give you that confidence and that boldness to just take that deep breath and have this conversation. And of course, with everything else, you can think about that in a creative way as well.
I pulled cards, and when I first pulled cards, I was like, oh no, all of this is like Leo, strength and fun and creativity, and my card pulls, but now it's all coming to me now. So my card pulls were the 3 of Swords and the Moon. And I was like, oh no, Sarah's going to talk about this like really uplifting, like Leo energy, and I'm going to come and be like doom and gloom on all of your houses. But no, because oftentimes the 3 of Swords, when somebody picks up the 3 of Swords, they're like heartbreak, so sad, like what now? And the Moon is oftentimes like something unseen or subconscious that you're not aware about. But what Sarah was just saying about like, this is a really good time because Leo gives you confidence to either push past a boundary or a barrier, or to say something, especially Leo and Mercury, Mercury and Leo, gives you the confidence to say something that when it comes to the swords cards, we always, when you pull it, you think about, oh, this hurts, right? It looks like it hurts. And it's always a good reminder to remember that the swords are our thoughts and our communications. And oftentimes our own thoughts are what continue to drive the hurt and or that inability to heal, because you're perseverating. You keep thinking on this thing, or you keep talking about how badly you hurt. I hurt so much from this. I hurt so much from what they said to me. I hurt so much from what they did to me. But because you keep acknowledging the hurt, we don't heal the hurt. And we don't ever remove the swords of our own thinking to get out of our way. And the moon card often does kind of talk about what shadows we have in our way and how do we get through that path? How do we get through it without being afraid, without dwelling on the past? And like Sarah said, to really use this energy to be confident that you don't have to let something continue to hurt you.
Yeah.
And confident that if you do have unfinished business and you do have to say something to somebody, to not be afraid and not, feel like your path is dark and unlit, because you are the light of your own path. You can figure it out, and to either have the confidence to say, you will heal, I will be okay. I will heal and I will be okay. Yeah. I'm not going to think about this hurt today. Or to finally say to somebody, you've been hurting me with your words and your actions, and I've been too afraid to tell you. And today I'm not. And then to remove those barriers so that you can feel more free. And when you are feeling more free and light, I think that's when the creativity can come to you. Because I think a lot of times when we're stagnant or we're feeling like there's just too much or too heavy, that we don't want to get up and be creative or move. And creativity can be like dancing, moving your body, and all these kinds of things. And to have the confidence to say, I refuse to let this hurt me anymore, or I refuse to keep feeding myself negative thoughts because it hurts me, to really say, I'm going to embody this Leo lion energy.
Yeah. I love this. And also I'm thinking about how Leo is the sign of strength. It's it kind of aligns to the strength card in tarot as well.
Yes.
And that really is that kind of I'm stronger because of what I've been through. The strength, that sort of Leo strength isn't just kind of hey, I was born with muscles and I was born with them. I was born with that mindset that's just, hey, I'm just going to get through everything. I don't care what you throw at me. I'm going to be strong. Leo's strength is very much that I've been through this and it has hurt me, but it's made me stronger. I'm stronger because of what I've been through. So that heartbreak card really does it. That Three of Swords works well there, because it is those kind of those difficult things, those deep shadows, those real moments of heartbreak, those things that those really hard thoughts and shadows. I've overcome them.
You can't be afraid to pull out the swords.
Yeah,
you can't be afraid that you're going to lie and bleed to death, because that's in your mind. Because the swords are your mind. You got to
Exactly. And it's interesting that I shared Leo, my Leo here, because what is fantastic about crystal skulls is that they're not kind of creepy, weird, kind of gothy things. In fact, I never ever had one when I was a little goth in the 80s. What they are, that they are kind of real tools that combine that crystal energies and working with crystals with psyche, because they are our mind, they're our head, they're our mind, they're that, and they're all that, they are that unconsciousness and that shared collective unconsciousness that we have with all humans. So it's kind of cool. It's funny that I picked up Leo at the beginning as well, because we're talking about strength. We've ended up it's just like last podcast, we started off talking about Capricorn and ended up talking about fun and joy, and this we picked up Leo, and we started with Leo and joy and fun, and now we're talking about having to do some shadow work to free up that joy. And certainly, for sure, I mean, crystal skulls are really great for this shadow work, and this is a sunstone Leo crystal skull. So it's funny how
it's a call to action to heal some ego, so that you can move in the best direction that you can, and to heal and to support yourself.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yay. I really enjoy when the conversation goes full circle.
I love it. Yeah, I'm going to now sit down with Leo and do a little bit of shadow work and see where I'm feeling quite joyous right now, but I'm sure I could feel even lighter and more joyous.
Yeah,
there are still some of those swords in me for sure.
Yeah. All of us, I think, are
Yes.
always carrying
Yes.
a mental sword or two
Mm.
around or more.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah.
And thank you, Anna.
Well, we hope that everybody has a really great week ahead and that you get in touch with your inner ego in the best way possible. And we want to thank you for joining us for another week of the Expedition to Soul podcast for our astrology edition. And we hope to see you again next week.
Yeah.
Everybody have a great week. Bye, Sarah.
Bye. Bye.
If you liked this episode of the Expedition to Soul podcast, please rate, review, subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, it will really help us spread everyday magic, intention, and intuition to the masses and helps us so much as a small business. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on your favorite podcasting platform so you never miss an episode. There are new episodes every Tuesday and astro forecasts for the week ahead every Friday. If there's any topics you'd want to hear, anything you want us to dive deeper into, shoot us an email at magic@thesistersenchanted.com. And as always, thank you so much for listening and being part of the community here at the Sisters Enchanted. And we'll see you in the next episode.